Hey everybody, hey TikTok. It's the story behind this whole deal. Fuck. Lost connection.
Oh. I'm gonna say you don't got a landline out here, huh?
Everybody there? Sorry we lost connection there for a second. It's not the best where I decide to do all this stuff, but once again I'll introduce myself. My name is Hog. I'm the voice you've been hearing this whole time. I'm the person that has been narrating over top of the video about George and all that, and I'm glad that you guys feel as excited about this mystery as I do. And I'm sorry I'm a little bit tired. I've been working all day, but I made it here just for you. I have the VHS tapes loaded up, and I will play them. So I don't want anybody being like, give me the tapes, give me the tapes, give me the tapes, because it'll be there. It'll be there. And I promise I will move this camera right here. I'll move you guys closer so you can see everything and we can talk. First off, let me tell you the story. This is how it all began. I fix computers, networks, all that stuff, TVs, I mean, just about anything that gets onto the network. And I drive around constantly. And what do you do when you drive around? Well, sometimes I have stops in between. And sometimes I have a layover where it's going to be about an hour. Now, I could go to Target and I would end up spending all the money that I'm making, which is something I don't want to do. So I decided to stop at a thrift store this time. So I stop at the thrift store and I'm going through the thrift store and I look in the thrift store and I find a box of cassette tapes. And I'm like, score. In fact, these cassette tapes, this is exactly how I purchased them. Like this. And I'm like, awesome. Whole box of cassette tapes. Sorry, somebody's trying to go live with me. Whole box of cassette tapes. And there's two of them. Right here. So I'm like, score. $7.99 for a box of cassette tapes from the 80s that look like they're not opened? Definitely a good deal. So I purchased them. As I'm walking up to the desk, one of the workers approaches me and says, hey, I see you got the cassette tapes. Did you get the VHS tapes? And I said, no, I didn't get the VHS tapes. I don't know what you're talking about. And she goes, there's unopened VHS tapes back there. And I said, I want them. Give them to me. So she runs back and she gets these cassette tapes, right? Brings them up to me. They are still wrapped in the cellophane plastic. They are pristine. They got Hills stickers on them, which I don't know if you had Hills when you were growing up in the 80s or 90s or wherever, but we did, and I was super excited to see that. It means they're vintage, it means they're intact, and this is something that I want. So anyways, I get those, and she goes, hey, you're going to make a lot of money flipping these on eBay. And I go, flipping them? I'm not flipping them, I'm keeping these for myself. And she looks at me, like kind of cockeyed, and she goes, really? And I say, yeah. And she goes, meet me around back. I said, what? And she goes, meet me around back. There's some cargo doors where we do unloading. She goes, you'll see it. Just pull around back and I'll be waiting for you after you check out. So I'm like, okay. You know, most people have told me, what happened? And it's like, well, I'll tell you what happened. But, so I go around back and I see her. She's sitting there holding a tote. And I was like, hey, so what do you want to show me? She goes, well, recently we had a whole bunch of stuff come in that we couldn't sell. She said it was all taken from a hoarder's house. She said, and it was just all dumped here. She goes, now I can't tell you where, and then, I'll move over to the side here. I can't tell you where, and she points to a container. She says, but there's a whole bunch of pre-recorded VHS tapes in there. And a lot of other stuff too. And if you don't make a mess, you could take whatever you'd like. So I said, all right, thanks. And she hands me the tote. And I said, what do you want me to do with this tote? And she says, you can keep the tote. And I was like, free tote! Because we all know how much totes cost. So anyway, so I get the tote and I'm going through these boxes and I find huge boxes. It's like Girl Scout cookie boxes, Samoas, if you believe it, packed with VHS tapes, all recorded along the top. I mean, there's just all kinds of them. Mostly PBS stuff, strange stuff. So I'm like, sweet. So I grab the box of PBS, I grab the box of tapes, and then I pull up another box. And this one's got a whole bunch of tapes in it, but it's got a bunch of papers in the bottom. And I'm like, who cares? Whatever. I don't want to, I don't want to fill up my whole tote right now. So I grabbed that box. Another one like that. I grab there's a science manual in the box, and I pull it up, and it looks like it's from the 1950s, and it's got all this writing along the sides. And when you open it up, he's writing along the pages and writing all over the place. And I said, I better take this just in case he discovered time travel. So I take that. Take all this stuff, load it into my car. At the end of the day, I ended up with 108 VHS tapes and a box of other stuff. So I start going through all this stuff when I get home after work. And I'm looking, and I'm like, this is some cool VHS tapes. You always want to transfer them, because if you get stuff in old boxes, you kind of want to get them out of that box just in case you have some sort of, you don't want roaches or bugs or something to come from somebody else. So what I do is I take them all, and I load them all in there, and then I start discovering notebooks filled with writings. Just filled with writings, all kinds of writings, and the writing itself is written, and they're like tracing over top of it. Like somebody really wrote something and just kept writing it until they, just filled up the whole page, and they even highlighted their own writing. And I'm like, wow, look at this. This is all crazy. And then I dig a little bit more, and I see birth certificates and military discharge papers. And I'm like, what is this? So I call my friend and producer Brandon, who's here also, but you won't see him on camera. You just hear his voice maybe. And we start going through it all, and he looks at me and he says, Hog, all this stuff makes me wonder, what's on those tapes? I said, the cassette tapes? I said, they're blank. That's why I bought them. And he goes, we better take another look. And I was like, fine. So we got the cassette tapes. And I put them in this for safekeeping. And we're looking at them. And looks blank. Hold on, somebody's trying to join the live with me. One-man show, people. One-man show. Look at the cassette tapes. Can you see that right there? That's all that's written on them. A number 10. So, we play them. This one happens to be number 10. I don't even know what's on this one. You want to find out? You guys want to find out? Let's see. If I can get it in. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Oh, there you go. What the hell? Technical difficulties. Let me unplug this screen for a second because we don't need it right now.
Another subject I would like to touch on is as follows. Having the concept of the wheel of time, that one goes around and around on with the intent to learn of love.
Hey everybody too, if you guys want to share this out, get everybody in here if possible. The more people we have,
with this
the bigger chance
comes
that we'll have to solve this.
the realization that each time around the wheel is
Now that's one that I'm hearing for the first time myself. You heard in there she's talking about the wheel of time. That's something that she hasn't said before. But you guys really want to see what's on those sealed tapes, right? You guys really want to see that. Scepter, the best name in cheap quality. Now what I do a fast forward, and we'll be able to see it while it's fast forwarding. If I... Nope. Lost connection. Nope. Fine. First time live, everybody. Bear with me. Hey, Brendan, can you turn that light off?
Off.
Yeah. It's on that controller right there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys thinking here? I had planned on having everything digitized and I could just stream it with me in the corner. But you know what? I can't. Because the capture card suddenly disappeared. What is that? Am I supposed to like tap the screen with that stuff? I don't know. This is also my first live, people. So, bear with me. I had the program completely downloaded and ready to go. And then, I don't know what happened. The computer just died mysteriously once again. Once again, the computer just died. It seems like since I started doing this project, that's all that happens, is all of this stuff just randomly dies. All this hardware that I'm working on, all this stuff I'm doing just dies. And I don't know. Could be coincidence. Could be something more. This is the first time seeing it too. I had this set up as two monitors. I don't want you thinking like, how's he watching this too? First Brandon seeing it too, or we're gonna see?
I'm interested in the middles, like you were saying.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what could be in the middle. To me, if you really wanted to hide something on a tape, put in the middle of a 6-hour documentary about the Civil War, because a 6-hour documentary about the Civil War, that's not something that it's like, oh hey, I found this on the ground, let me watch this right now. That's not something that's going to happen. More or less like that's something that nobody's going to watch. And then also, if you seal the tape shut, you'll know if anybody tried to watch that. I think we're about halfway through it now.
Wow.
Or at least a quarter. Sorry, since I'm doing this on my phone too, I can't really see the comments or see what's going on because I'm holding it here, but I'm also watching it with you because I gotta tell you, if you're curious to see this, I'm curious to see this. I mean, I've had these sitting around here, and I found that second one right on camera. It was a total shock to me. I had found another one earlier, and it was just kind of, what the hell's going on here? And also, I know too that this isn't your typical TikTok content. We had planned on doing this more or less kind of like a long-form documentary type deal. We're going to post it to YouTube, but you know, it blew up on here. And on here, you got to do content quickly, make little things, and that's fine. I've done that. But some of this is more long form type. I think the next one, like I'm going to try to do some documents in the next one. When this is over, I will do a Q&A. So if you stick around, you want to ask some questions of me, that's fine. I know we only have 30 minutes here too. It's weird, you know, on a platform where your stuff works better if it's 30 seconds. They only give you 30 minutes to go live. It's like, you know, it's kind of interesting. I can't actually see what's going on. Let me see if I can read some of this. A lot of what you're shown relates to a lot of the conspiracy stuff. Yeah, I mean, it does.
I could.
There's a lot of stuff in here. There's even a connection to MK Ultra that we haven't discussed quite yet, but it's there. There's connections to changing that where, you know, we've looked at documents and the documents change after we've looked at them too, which is kind of freaky. Just yesterday after I had the, I mean, it could be, you know, I try to tell myself, you know, it doesn't all go together. But the other day, when I did that one about my my capture card being stolen and all kinds of stuff broken, well, I went back to check my security cameras, and somehow my security stuff that records 30 days in the cloud somehow just decided it's only going to record 4. So everything before that was deleted. So then I checked my inside camera, and that was and that has a 128 gig SD card and records to it. And guess what? That one also only had about 4 days. But it also has access to the cloud too. So I try not to get too conspiracy theory. I'm not that guy. I have a guy for that.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, that's Brandon. But, well, looks like we got the credits there. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's going into Ken Burns baseball. That one's done. So we've made it through one full seal tape. Now, if you see anything that's like really interesting there, or you see something that's like not what it should be, let me know. I'm watching it too. I haven't seen anything so far, but you know, who knows if it's just a flash. The one strange thing that I haven't shared yet about these seal tapes is that the seal tapes themselves were not rewound. Now, I did put them in for that second and see what was on that second where it was stopped. But, so if you're going to go through it, to seal them, to keep them safe, you don't rewind them? I don't know. The only other theory about the sealed tapes that I came up with was maybe, just maybe, the sealed tapes were something he shared with somebody. So maybe it's not a conspiracy theory. Maybe it's just, you know, he mailed them. But, you know, that almost seems as plausible as you know, doing a, that he was hiding some sort of snuff film in them or something like that. Which I have to tell you, I really wanted there to be something cool on these tapes. I really didn't want to be Geraldo Rivera opening up Al Capone's vault. But, you know, I'm also very happy that I didn't just show everybody a snuff film on live TikTok. Although I probably would have got a lot of followers from that. Jesus Christ, episode 3, how long is it? So this one's going 6 hours. The other one must have only been 4 hours. Abe Lincoln right there, guys. Nice beard. Stonewall. Hey, nobody tell Ken Burns about this too. If it does just seem to be just this content. Because he's probably going to come looking for something. What do you guys think about the way I do the tapes? I mean, I would rather have it just exported so you can just watch it like that. But what do you think about the whole way I do them? Do you want to see a whole thing on how that is? It's pretty interesting if you're a techie. I had to make my own cable to do it. And kind of hack a bunch of stuff. I'm up to 6 VCRs now. 4 of which work really, really, really well. For, you know, technology that's really, really old. If I could have got this off, I did toy with the idea of actually having it go down and record on one of the DVD players. I'm killing my arm. Oop, I fell. Sorry, I really, really, really wanted this to be, oh, crap. Be a little bit better quality.
Get that PC fixed.
Yeah, I'll get that PC fixed. I'll get some stuff going. I'll show you some of that stuff. This is a test in endurance for me here. I'm actually holding the phone this entire time.
You want to see?
Got this one. See if I can make this work. We're going to get some moves here, guys. I am trying to switch to another stand. Might give you a little bit better quality, a little bit less of my shakiness. Move you. Oh, yeah, look, that's better. And hey, look, then I can stand back here and kind of read some stuff too. So let's see. What's going on? Anything else going down? I can actually read this stuff. So once again, this is the sealed tape that I found that was taken from the hoarder's house. And it's pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. I can see everything now, so I can actually talk to you guys. How you guys doing? You guys want to, what else is going on? Sunshine, are you doing a good job moderating? See if anybody's, everybody being good? Let's see what's going on here. Unfortunately, this is turning into the Geraldo Rivera vault opening. Not seeing too much of stuff. This stand is working a lot better because then it allows me to be in here too. And I can actually watch it on the phone screen. How about that? Yeah, it's not getting not getting much cool stuff sent here. Sorry, all these things keep popping on my screen and I have absolutely no idea what they do. Spotlight and this and that. Still trying to get this going here. It's over. It's over. It was Geraldo Rivera's vault. It's over. Oh, thanks for checking on that there's no trolls. So, now that I got you on this little stick here. So.
No, that's episode 4.
What? Oh, Brandon just informed me that it's come back. There was some guy playing piano as an interlude. Let's see. Nope. All gone. It started up playing. They think it was doing a replay.
Oh, I said episode 4 there.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I had to do that to make you a mod. I'll do it next time. Thank you for letting me know. Is there any questions you guys have about the tapes or anything?
Why were they sealed?
Yeah, I mean, like, really, I mean, why would you seal these? And once again, let's take a look at this one. I have it right here. As you see, look at how sealed that was. Not only was it sealed, but he made sure to tape the inside. Like, I mean, so I guess so the stickiness doesn't get on the tape itself, but still, come on. Like, it's a bit far away to go out to do that. Let me actually see if I can find, I have all the documents here. Just pop you up here so you can see me. I'm going to, you like that, how I did that so you could see me and then I walk right out of frame? Let's see here. See if I can find one of my documents. Yeah, I don't understand why they were sealed anyways. You know, and you saw me cut them open. They were quite thick. All you people that are sticking around, you know, thank you for doing that. I also want to say I got another little secret here I'll drop. I'm not going to show it. But George was an inventor. And he, in fact, had a patent. Yeah. How does an inventor with a patent end up kicked out of his house? Like that. I'm not going to show it to you just yet. But, you know, when I found that out, I was like, maybe my time travel theory isn't too far off. I was looking for that one that said the whole thing about, you know, that little musing that he wrote that was really weird. The reference to Shakespeare, Brandon.
In the files?
Yeah, do you know where you put it?
Front. I think it was the one in the front.
Ah, good job. I'll read it for you. This was one of the things he liked to write on little scrap pieces of paper. A pretentious guy in tights, a bunch of pretentious guys in tights. Reference to Shakespeare. I don't know how that's a reference to Shakespeare. Maybe you do.
The tights?
The tights? Yeah, maybe. Now here's one. She's got serious baby lust, he writes. Or, she's got serious marriage lust. Or, she's got serious nesting lust. Let me show that up there. I mean, seriously, like what? I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, comment on anybody else's writing here, but that one just kind of got me. A bunch of pretentious guys in tights reference to Shakespeare. I just, let's see what else we have here before we end, unless anybody's got any questions. I mean, he definitely must have been onto something. This is also something that I always found quite interesting. He would pull out these word power. And if you notice, he's gone through to make corrections or add extra definitions. Extra definitions, and I mean, that's how smart this guy was. So why is he recording everything? And he wrote everything down. This looks like it's a Bible verse. Maybe. In this lifetime I shall pass through this world but once. Any good therefore that I can do, or kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. Maybe it wasn't. Love, extend comfort, and encourage support. Kindness is the mightiest force in the world. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, kindness, and gentleness. He's got notes on this. He wrote this several times. I don't know, I could have an unpublished novel here. This one. It's dated 9/23/90. Blue blocker sunglasses. Has the phone number listed with the where to mail everything to. $49.95 plus $3 shipping and handling. Order within 1 hour and receive 2 pairs. If unsatisfied, return for full refund. But then this is the thing. Call before 4 p.m. Then underneath it, call by 3:30. He must not have called because below that, at a later date, he writes it again. The full ad. A different one. This one he also says to call again. And then he also writes something down that there's going to be a local psychiatrist that's going to be on TV, a Dr. Brissis, but it says spelling, so that might not be exactly how it's spelled or sounds. But he writes toxic relationships, addictive relationships underneath. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like we could seriously have an entire one dedicated to just going through this together, if that's something you'd like to do. That was scripture? Oh, it's backwards. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was kind of hard because I couldn't get the shots right. But, you know, I have, and I'll give you a tour of a little of the stuff I have. I have an awful lot of stuff that if I get the computer going and the app working, it's going to be great. Thanks, Fruits of the Spirit. Scripture. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate everything that you guys have pointed out and done. Sorry about the camera being backwards. I tried to flip it already while going live, but it looks like it doesn't let you do that. Kind of wish it would. But there's also a lot of stuff here too. Sorry, it's backwards, but churches to blame for divorces too. These kind of things are the kind of things that I want to put onto the Reddit and scan and have everybody be able to go through. Because who knows if this is what he wanted us to look at or this is what he wanted us to look at. Political cartoon, but it's not even fully there. He cut off half of it. Or maybe it's this. I know some of you conspiracy theorists have bet that there's small. Brandon, can you?
Messages within.
Messages within, Brandon says. There could be messages within. You never know. But there's a lot of stuff like this. Discipline is not abuse. I mean, that could have been the topic that he wanted. Or is there something here? Oh, I see. Do I have any video of the lady speaking in the tapes? I don't know.
That's what we're trying to find out.
That's what we're trying to find out. I'll take you through a little bit of this thing if you want to see it. But what it is that I can actually, since there's 108 videotapes, to go through and watch all those or to transfer all those to digital, I mean, that's a really long time. When some of them, if some of you are old enough to remember the VHS tapes, some of them could be up to 6 to 4 hours long. It took a really long time and a really lot of effort to do it. But with this way that I'm doing it now, like I said, we do lose the audio. Now, I can get audio if you guys want me to do the audio, but it will be all mixed audio. So what will happen is that you'll get, 6 videotapes playing at one time, but all of the audio will be completely mixed together. Yes, we did watch the sealed VHS tapes. I'm sorry you missed it. But it was Ken Burns' Civil War. It was what it said it was. Unfortunately. Yeah, I feel like we're all to review at the Al Capone's fault, but most people don't even remember that. But think of some other big reveal that didn't work out. Sorry. But, you know, that was 2 of 108. So, gotta be something. Right now I'm just going through some documents, and I'm answering some questions. If you have some questions, I could play a tape again if you want to hear a tape. Those tapes, by the way, producer Brandon has transferred the entire first box, and he has a transcript of the entire front and back tape, including little things that are in the background I noticed. Thank you for doing that, Brandon.
Yeah.
And that'll also be something that I'll put out there for you. TikTok, unfortunately, you know, like if I put a document on there, you guys can see it, but, you know, I can only keep it up there for about 1:30, I think, at the most. I'm going to skip this one at the moment. Think I should skip this one? That's the one I told you about.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip this one. This one's kind of sensitive. You could probably devote a whole thing to that one. Let's see.
I just want to get some more corroborating evidence before we
Yeah, some more
in that vein, you know.
You said there were his kids' birth certificates. Can you locate them? Yes, I have. I have located the children. I haven't, I haven't called them up and said, hey, guess what? I got your birth certificates. There's several reasons for that. Number one, this shit's weird, man. This shit's weird. You never know what is in here. And to me, at first, it was like, oh, this is just an old guy's ramblings. But then you start listening to tapes and you go, where is this woman at? Why is it, especially when I released it to the internet, I figured somebody would say, hey, you know, I've heard this before. This is blah, blah, blah's relaxation tape, or this is a cult leader in the 1970s, or this has circulated us for years. But no, nobody has said anything. Nobody, people have heard things like it, but nobody can fully get her voice. The Reddit link, by the way, is just Reddit / Turning Gears. There's nothing there yet. I just set it up, so once we get the scans, but I will put that full document on there so you can examine that. And I'm working on getting the full tape uploaded to YouTube. Also, you know, too, like the kids too. I don't know if any of you guys have kids. I have kids. But if you track them down and I say, hey, you know, I'm going through your dad's stuff. It's really weird. Who's this woman on the tape? They might just say, give me that stuff back. I don't want you going through this because, you know, what if their dad did commit a crime? I mean, there's all kinds of people. What if, I mean, there is links to some of this stuff, like I said, to MK Ultra, which we haven't revealed yet, but that's going to be in that cult connection. Because the cult connection leads to that, and it's like a spider web. It goes circular and just shoots all out. This one man. And it's like, if this man knew that stuff, is that why he was just left to rot in an apartment? We have towards the end of his life that he only, that it was the same street, but he moved like 5 times. So he moved from one crappy apartment to another crappy apartment to another crappy apartment on the same block. Why? Do you not have a car? Yeah, the cassette tape does give MK Ultra vibes to me too. And I actually did a research project on MK Ultra when I was in college, and it was, so I'm very, very familiar with it. If you're looking through, like, I'm sorry it's backwards, but we will fix that. But as you guys can see, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on till it ends. basically a legal pad filled. A legal pad filled. And I know what you're saying. Hog, one legal pad filled. You know, I took notes in school. How about add another legal pad? This one wrapped in plastic that's filled. A legal pad that was important enough to wrap in plastic so it didn't get wet or get damaged. He did that, not me. And then you go, oh, well, 2 legal pads. 3 legal pads. This one has like 2 papers ripped off of it. Look at it. That last page was blank, sorry about that. And it had a cartoon in there too. But here's another one. Filled. 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 I mean, there might be like 1 or 2 pages, but I think he did those for, you know, so he could take notes. And he hides things. Legal pad. Empty. Nothing to see here. Hidden documents.
Well, it's backwards, so that's fine.
Sorry,
Well, you just don't want to release any names.
yeah, no, I don't want to release any names, but this one,
4 names.
this one had something that I didn't know was back there. That I had to hand to Brandon. Sorry. There's certain things that I don't want to fully...
Well, it's from 87, so it should be fine.
Yeah, there's some things that I don't want to fully release, though. With some things, no, the computer's not fixed yet. But I do... what's the big writing on the bottom of which one? The first one or the second one? This one? It says, I am not a body, I am a spirit, and a spirit is in a state of grace forever. I didn't fix the computer yet, but I mean, as a technician, I have a lot of them, but that one was like really special for this project. Let's see what else we have here. Legal pad second or third. Let's see. This one has a whole bunch of names. Of random people.
Yeah, it looks like it's like his phone number, address.
Like it might be his phone number, address book. You might want to track those people down. Yes, it is very crazy and significant that it broke when it did, especially after my capture card just disappearing. And the security cameras, that freaked me out. Last night I called Brandon and I'm like, I think I'm done with this. I think I'm done with this. I said, I you know, I can't just have, you know, if the world's going to come down on me, you know, I'd rather it not be because I found a box of weird tapes. Oh, inner page. I know what you're talking about. Where's the one with the, it's got that weird cartoon in it. You're talking about that weird cartoon.
There's a picture in there, too.
Yeah. So, this wasn't what you asked for, but this is something I can show. The legal pad with all the writing. And like I said, he hides things. There's things within the pages. Look at this.
Is that from a magazine? Like,
I think it's from a Playboy, actually.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like a naked picture, but the cartoon style reminds me of Playboy. Like, the cameras sorry, you just joined. The cameras that I have all around my house to keep everything's safe. They usually record 30 days. These ones, you know, I go back to look at it to see if somebody broke into here where I'm filming at, and all of a sudden, now they only record. I can only go back 3 days. It should be 30. No handwriting.
Look at this. That's silly. It was in the middle of this.
Was this the one you were looking at? Planner Man? That one? Was that the little thing you
Here's
saw?
another one. Same one.
Yeah. Apparently he really liked these. But, I mean, like, you can keep them flat, but why hide them? Oh.
The Thigh Master.
Oh.
Instructions to use the Thigh Master.
Sorry, Brandon just came in this. Thought it'd be interesting. The instructions to use the Thigh Master. I doubt there's anything interesting in that, but just to come across it.
Why was that in there?
That's so weird. It was in ink, handwritten on the bottom. Someone's asking about something that was in one of the books, ink, handwritten on the bottom. It wasn't this one? Was it this one, or was it... Maybe you could do the, say, was it the one with the black at the top? Blue at the top? Oh my God, stuff's just flying out. Plastic bag? What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if there's nothing else, I'm not sure if she's still there asking about the ink handwritten. Next one will be much better produced. Yeah, sorry. I'll see. We're going to actually, we have it set that I hate to pull them out, but in order to get full, nice scans, we're going to have to pull the papers out of the notebooks and then do a full document scan through, so that way everybody can read it. Is there any more questions? Anything? All right, guys. Hog signing off.